Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is the 31st, which means tonight it will be, what am I saying? It's New Year's Eve. So actually today, later on, it is currently, let's see, 2:46. So later on we are going to be going to one of Gabriel's cousins' house for New Year's, and that's where we usually spend it. So that's what we're doing, but I don't have anything to do until that time. So we are going to get back into our journaling, and I don't remember what page we're on, but we will start off wherever we left off. But I cannot believe it's about to be a new year. Like, it's crazy because 2022, that's so insane. And I'm glad. Well, I've only been on YouTube for it's only been 4 months, but it's a new year. So actually, I kind of want to keep my resolutions a little bit private, or else I would share with you guys, but it does have to do with a lot of personal wellness and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a new year. So, you know what? I'm gonna do my journaling page a little bit inspired on the new year. So, I just want it to be fresh, like bright and stuff. So, we'll see where that takes us. So, let's get into journaling. I just checked what page we will be on, and we are now on page 7. Hey guys, it is voiceover Binx. So I kind of got a little head start, and I placed a piece of construction paper, just plain pink, covering the white, and I wanted to use these other pieces. I didn't know how I wanted to use them, but I know that I did want to use them. So I was just kind of seeing what shape I wanted or how I wanted to form them. The black and white one, I cut it to how I wanted it. It was just now a matter of how I wanted to place them. So as you can see, I'm trying to figure out where I wanted it. So actually the striped one looks perfect right there. So I went ahead and placed that one there. And so during Christmas, we were using my tape runner, and I realized that I think I ran out of the rolls, the extra cartridges that I had. So I was going ahead and using my glue like that. I didn't know if it was going to stick better, but I was just testing out all the things I had just to see how everything works. Or not that how everything works, just to see how it worked well for me. But as I said before, I wanted to keep this page a little bit bright, and I did get so much more supplies, and I wanted to, now that I have so much more, I can do color, like I can pick a color and just go based off that. And so that's what I wanted to do. And I said I wanted to keep it bright and nice, so I chose pink. Now, if most people know me, I really love blue. That is actually my favorite color, but I've become more fond of pink, and I just wanted to explore a little bit of all the things I got. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm really making sure that sticks there. Oh my gosh, there's a little bit of bubbles right there, and it just annoyed me. Oh my gosh, and it's annoying me now. So right here, I'm kind of messing around with this black spotted paper, and I'm kind of testing to see what fit best. And I grabbed some scraps to see if it looked better with the scrap, or I don't know, it just wasn't, at this moment, none of this was kind of fitting right for me. I kind of even wanted to start all over, but I ended up sticking to the bigger piece that I cut out that I have to the left. And it didn't seem to work for me using these. I really tried to make it work, and I used all the angles, but I stuck to the one that I originally wanted. And here I'm using my tape to see if this method would work better. And you would think, that I would have my system set already done 6 pages of journaling, but I don't know, I'm still kind of trying to figure it out. and you can tell I'm rusty. How did I not flatten out that tape? Oh my gosh. Okay, moving on. So I'm taping this down with a double-sided tape, and actually double-sided tape works so much more better than I ever thought. So, it just sticks to the bottom and to your paper, so, double-sided. So I was doing that, and I actually had no clue where I wanted to go with this paper. I know that I wanted something new, something fresh, something that said, something that said New Year. So I went ahead and patted this down, and then I did what next? What did I do? I just patted it down. So what I ended up doing next was grabbing my new little package of stickers that I had gotten off of Shein, and these are kind of like white flowers with leaves and just it very vintage looking. And because they were white, I wanted to add a little bit more I guess a vintage look to it, so I'm just separating them to see which ones will work best. So before I went in with my flowery leaves, I went ahead and pressed on this one sticker that I thought was absolutely gorgeous. So I kind of wanted to hide the line of where the white paper ended on top. So I went ahead and grabbed one of the big leaf ones from the flowery pack, and I stuck it right onto the right on the rim, kind of going, it was kind of in the middle, going upwards and somewhat to like facing down. So I went ahead and plop that right there. Then I wanted to go ahead and go in with this cream paper that has like a little bit of pink on it. So I stuck it down, and this time I used the glue because for the thin ones it kind of worked better, but for the thicker ones I noticed that the tape works a lot as well. So I stuck that there and I patted it down. Now for this part, I was picking out some of my washi tapes to see which ones I wanted to border my little paper with. So I went on with this little peach looking color, and I didn't like how that little leftover looked, so I cut it and then I used a little scrap to start where I wanted to put the other one. And I did like that you were still able to see the black paper through it. And I wanted to do like a second layer kind of next to it, so that's how I ended up doing it. And the other one did lay over just a little bit, but it laid over to the end of the peach, which I actually like that. So I made like that little section its own little corner. So what I wanted to do with that was put one of my little dictionary papers right in the middle. And because the other sticker, the leaf one right there to the right, the green one, it was see-through, I thought this one was going to be the same, so it kind of covered like the words a little bit, but I actually really loved how this one came out. So for this next part, I wanted to do something like I did with the other one up in the left corner. But instead of taping my little paper down, I used a sticker on the corner to kind of just hold on to the paper, and I added that little flower to the left corner of the sticker, which I absolutely loved because it just looked so cute. So I was like, you know what, to hold down the other part, I'm gonna do like a double washi tape the way I did with the other one. So I picked out this pink little sparkle one, and I layered it on top with this black plaid, which that one is absolutely gorgeous. Even though I did really love the way that came out, I wanted to add another little flower in that section just to kind of give it an extra pop. So what I did was I planted it right there. I put it right there on top of the washi tape, which I actually liked because it looked like a little flower is just sprouting out of the tape. Since I had an empty space up on the right corner, I wanted to use my little leaf stamp because I just thought it would go perfect with the theme, considering I'm doing little flowers and leaves and stuff like that. So I wanted it to pop out because clearly the background is a little bit like you need to put something on top of it. So I went in with this little paper that I am placing on the right corner, and I didn't start it where the white paper and black dotted. I kind of went a little bit more above it just so it doesn't look so aligned, but I added it right there. So I grabbed my ink pad. It's a little baby one, and then, well, not a baby one, but then I grabbed my little stamp and I made sure it was in the right direction. I pat down a couple times just so it can get the border of it too. So I wanted to put it right there in the middle, and it actually ended up looking super cute. Like I mostly do for everything else, I wanted to put a little border on it, just so I chose a black one just because the stamp really popped out like that because it's black, so I really like that. By this time, I saw that I kind of had everything I wanted already set on the page, and I wanted to add a quote just to kind of begin with the new year, you know. So I was doing, I was using the pink construction paper to stamp out, what did I want to say? The best is yet to come. So I was just gonna spell it out and then just cut them and kind of cut the shape out so I can place them throughout the page. And I used pink because that was the first color I had used. As you can see here, after I finished stamping on the letters that I needed for my words, I just cut it and put it to the side, and I continued to do that for the rest of them. So I did the exact same thing. Right now I'm spelling out best, and it was a super messy process because of the way the letters are. It doesn't have like the letter on the other side, so I have to physically touch the part that has the ink. And I kept wiping down my fingers just because they were super black, and I'll show you guys at the end. Like my fingers were so bad, but I wanted to spell it out, so I did it. As you can see right now, my hands are actually really dirty, but before I started to cut all of the excess parts of the little papers, I wanted to write all of them down first, or stamp all of them down like that. At the end I can just cut it all and paste them down, but as you can see, the one that I'm doing right now, there is a little stain right there from my fingers, but I forgot to record on the part of me sticking them onto there, so I just did a little clip of once I finished. But right now I'm kind of just finishing up, and I didn't like that there was just a bunch of empty gaps in between, so I wanted to fill it in just a little bit. And gosh, my hands are filthy from the ink. So this one, I'm placing it kind of in the middle between is and yet. And I kind of like the way it kind of just flew through the words. So I was actually trying to tuck it under the Y, but it wouldn't work, so I just placed it next to it on top. I really struggled with that sticker, as you can tell. So I placed it right there, and then I wanted like one more little one. Not like the big long ones, the ones I've been using, but just a simple little nice one. So I was looking for one in my little stack over there. And I ended up picking a little leaf one that has like, it's just 3 little leaves together. And I'm really getting in there. You can see my head. So I ended up going with this one, and I was just seeing where it worked best. So I put it right there. So I needed to take off the little back, so I did that, and that's where I placed it. So for the last thing we normally do at the end of every page is put the date. And as I actually show you right here how dirty my fingers are, watch. They are so disgusting. So, you know, little show off, all done. And look at my fingers, all terrible. Hey guys, so that was it for my journaling page number 7. I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and I came quickly to the room because my phone was dying, but here is the outro. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.